Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Village and Pillage update video. Today we're in Snapshot 18w50a, and there is a ton to unpack in this snapshot, but it is also the last snapshot of 2018, which is kind of scary to think about. I don't really want to think about 2019 quite yet, but yeah, there is so much in this snapshot. We have new villagers and new villages, updates to villagers and their skins, and we also have updates to different kinds of village. As you can see, the desert village has been updated. We also have changes to the pillager raids and actual uses for some of the new crafting blocks that were added in earlier snapshots. I think the first thing that we should talk about is definitely the new villager skins, because these guys look absolutely amazing. Just look at that, so cool looking. This is what I would call like the default kind of villager skin now. So all of these guys have like green robes, and then on top of that they have all their additional decoration things on them. So like this one is a librarian, he's got the little glasses and stuff. And then this one over here is a cartographer, he's got that cool little golden eyepiece. And yeah, these guys will pretty much be like the same kind of look in every village. So this is the new look of all the different professions. However, for like the desert village, all these guys will have brown coats underneath them instead of green ones. So that is pretty cool stuff. Now, I don't think any of these guys' actual trades have changed yet. So like the toolsmith is still the same, the leather worker is still the same, and all that stuff as far as I can tell. But there's also a brand new villager, and that is the mason right here. So as you can see, he looks pretty cool. I gotta say, I like it. Now, he has no trades whatsoever, so I want to hear your ideas for what this guy's gonna trade in the comment section. I'm honestly not sure. He's mason. Masons are for like tools and like, you know, the stone items, so I have no idea. I don't think we really need a trade for stone though. So we got the leather worker there as well. He's looking very fine. This guy is awesome. The armorer, I gotta say, this one is my favorite by far. So cool looking. I love the little bit of like helmet on his head, or like, are those goggles? I have no idea, but they look really cool. And then we got the actual librarian over here, the cartographer as well. And then this is actually the nitwit. He has not been removed, which I heard a little bit of rumor that he was going to be, so maybe that's not done yet. Looks like they're probably not going to if they gave him a fresh new skin. And then this is going to be the weaponsmith as well. I knew I had a Fletcher somewhere, and here he is. The Fletcher, he's got an awesome little like archery cap on. Just look at that, he's got like a little feather and stuff. Really cool looking. So all of these guys came from a spawn egg, and all of these guys have the green coats. The actual ones that generated in this desert village don't have the green coats, they have the brown coats. So this guy is a toolsmith, and as you can see, he's pretty basic. He doesn't have all the additional like accessories that those guys have on. He's pretty plain and basic. And this one just came from a spawn egg as well, but he was a baby. So something's kind of weird with the babies right now. Okay, that's not how that works. There we go. So all the babies are all brown coats, and apparently when they grow up, they don't have any trades. So there's a little bit of bugginess with the villager babies at the moment, but that's not a problem. That is exactly what snapshots are for. These zombie villagers have also been updated to have the actual villager skins as well, and these guys will not work if you have a resource pack on, as I just found out. They will be extremely broken, so if you want to see their new skins, make sure you take off all your resource packs. And yeah, these guys are really cool looking. This is like the second time that these zombie villagers have been changed, and they look really awesome. So you can see their actual profession now as a zombie villager. This one's a librarian, this one's got like the leather worker stuff, this one's probably an armorer, and then this one is likely a nitwit, so completely useless in every sense of the word. And then this one is a Fletcher, really cool looking. Moving on from villagers, we have the desert village, which has been completely redone. It is honestly kind of plain and a little bit boring, which is to be fair and to be expected in a desert village. These things have never been the most interesting, but you can find some potted plants, a couple beds, and a bell, also some potted cacti as well. I think there's another one in here as well. A little bit of carpet, not too much in these different kinds of buildings. I've kind of looked around, there's really just not too much going on whatsoever. So they did get updated, they do look really nice. They're using the new, you know, sandstone walls and the sandstone slabs and stairs and stuff. But other than that, they're not all too interesting. The blast furnace and smoker have actually had their functionality added. So what these are going to be used for is the different types of metal. So the blast furnace can smelt down ores significantly faster than a regular furnace. So as you can see, this one is reasonably slow, and then this one has already got one done smelted. Really, really fast, actually. And then the smoker is going to be for all the different types of meats, so this can smelt down all the different types of meats really, really fast compared to a normal furnace, which I think is really, really cool. And the animations on the front just look amazing. Overall, I love these blocks, and they are now craftable as well. So you can see the recipe for the regular smoker is just a furnace and 4 logs of pretty much any type. Now, the blast furnace is supposed to be craftable using a normal furnace, some smooth stone, and also some iron, but for some reason, that recipe is not in the recipe book. So yeah, as you can see, this one's got 4 smelted, this one's got 10. So it's pretty much like twice the speed. This one's got 3, this one's got 8. Yeah, pretty much over double the speed of the normal furnace. So the blast furnace can only smelt down iron and whatnot. It cannot smelt down like meat or anything, and the smoker can only smelt down foods, which I find to be very interesting, and I really like that. Now, the bell has also had some things changed to it, so it now actually makes a sound, which is pretty cool. And now it can also go on the wall as well. So as you can see, it's got a little bit of a wall texture, and it can also now go on the top of blocks, which I think is pretty fantastic, and that just looks really good. And I think it makes the same sound every time. The Barrow has also had some functionality added to it, so now it's like a proper chest. You can store 27 slots of items, which is really cool. Basically just like a chest or a shulker box. Now, the thing about the Barrow is that it's actually really awesome and really useful. I don't think it has a crafting recipe yet, but this thing, it does not require any space above it to open, so you can have like a solid block pretty much entirely around this thing, and you can still open it. So it's not like a chest that needs a transparent block above it, and it's not like a shulker box that needs some space in front of it to open. These things you just open and that's it. There's no additional hassle whatsoever, which I find to be really cool. Great for compact builds. They are not pushable on Java Edition, which is to be expected. However, they do conduct redstone power, which is really cool. So now your redstone contraptions can store items for you. And yes, you can indeed put shulker boxes in these. So up next, we have a new taiga village, and I absolutely love this place. I've only been here for like a minute, but I already know this is my new favorite village. Just everything about this is so nice. The cobblestone, the mossy cobblestone, the pure log roof, walking in the door and getting immediately cut up by a stone cutter. I love every single thing about this. It looks like we got like a little bit of boulder. I mean, that kind of reminds me of a gravestone right there, which is kind of sinister, but I love it. Everything about these places is so cool. We got purple beds, which I think is a really interesting choice, really contrasting against the actual brown of everything. But yeah, as you can see, we got the new types of villager skins here as well. These guys look the same as the desert ones, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But everything about this place just looks so cool. Now, I don't really have like the means necessary to show you every single structure from this like some people can, but I can give you a general tour and say that these things look really, really cool. These ones also have some very interesting gardens that are pretty much completely filled with melons. I haven't seen those in any of the different types of villages. And it also has like an elevated garden, which I have not seen anywhere else either. So these are really interesting. They also have like trapdoors around the edges. I really like how everything is very unique to every village now. Like this is just, it's just so nice. Everything about the Village and Pillage update is turning out amazing so far. So here we have another spruce village, and this one has a fairly standard looking house, and on the inside of this we have ourselves a smoker, and out the back side there is an animal pen, which has seen a little bit of a better day, but it is still pretty cool. And over here we have like another kind of standard looking house. This one is a little bit elevated off the ground, which is fairly normal for villages. And if we go inside here, we have ourselves a fletching table and an actual loot chest as well. You may have noticed it in the desert village, but the desert villages have all the hay bales basically plastered everywhere. Well, in taiga villages, it won't be hay bales. It will instead be pumpkins and even jack-o'-lanterns, which is pretty cool. You may have noticed it, but cats are now also spawning in villages, which is where you get yourself an actual cat to tame. And they also added jelly, which is good times with Scar's cat. Absolute mad lad of a dude. He's awesome. And his cat was voted into Minecraft by the Minecraft community. And honestly, I'm just so happy for him. It's so cute. It's such a cute little cat. And we got a stray one over here without the collar. it's just, it brings tears of joy to my eyes. Seriously does. Seriously does. So cool that Jelly is in Minecraft. And now we are on to the raiding parties. There have been quite a few changes to the raiding parties and the outposts as well. So as you can see, the outpost can now generate in taiga villages, because remember, these things can generate in any biome that a village can. So as you can see, we got ourselves a taiga village and also an outpost right next to it. Now, these things will also start to spawn with captains. So these guys will respawn. He was not here before. He's looking at me all menacingly. I don't trust him. So if we go ahead and kill this guy, we will now get a level of a bad omen. So if we open up our inventory, you can see that we have bad omen times infinity. Oh, hi, okay. I didn't expect that, so that's really cool. So it actually lasts forever until you go into a village. So yeah, when you kill the captains from a pillager outpost, you'll only get 1 level of bad omen. But if you kill a captain from a little raiding party, the ones that are actually walking around the world, then you'll get between 1 and 3 levels of bad omen. And the bad omen effect is, of course, what allows you to start a pillager raid when you walk into a village. Of course, it's not going to start right now because I'm recording, and there's probably also some problems with it because the outpost is right there. But there have been some changes to the raids. So pillager beasts will now start at raid number 2. So the first wave will not have any beasts. The second wave is when you'll actually start getting beasts. And then witches will not start until wave 4. And then you will not get evokers until wave 10, which is kind of cool. You gotta really work for those extra totems of undying. And the raid has now started, finally. So if we go ahead and start killing some of these guys, then the raid bar will go down, although we're gonna have some problems with this raid because the outpost is right there. And that's going to be continuously respawning people and, you know, obviously filling up that boss bar. So I would suggest maybe not start a raid as you're right next to an outpost because it'll cause some problems. Now, that is my 3rd guy that I've killed, and we no longer have the bad omen effect. So if you kill a captain as a raid is in progress, it will not give you any more bad omen. There's also a hidden little feature where if you try to trade with a villager during a raid, it won't let you, and it'll instead get these, like, weird water sweat particles and then just attempt to die. And finally, on wave 3, I got myself a pillager beast in this raid, but he's all the way over there and he's having a little bit of a hard time. So it seems like they are a little bit buggy, which is, you know, totally acceptable. Whoa, did you hear that sound? That was crazy. I'm guessing that was the pillager beast, yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. I did not know that they added that. And as you can see, we're now on wave 5, and we have witches. Oh, did these guys get a new texture? Hold on. Witches have a new texture now. Interesting. That is really cool, actually. I do not have any texture packs on, so that is very strange. And I think that that's all there is for Snapshot 18w50a. I do hope that you did enjoy this video or maybe learned something new about all the crazy features that are being added in 1.14. If I missed anything, then do let me know in the comment section down below. I try not to, but there's always something secret that I miss. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts about all these changes. I really want to know your thoughts about the Mason villager and what trades you think he will have, because that sounds like a pretty interesting idea. I like new trades. Villagers are my jam all day long. And yeah, just thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like on the video. If you're new here, maybe consider subscribing. And I will see you guys down in the comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.